Right, we've got an old normal distribution question here. 2016, we've got 5 marks working a couple of probabilities out here. You won't get 5 marks these days, we can do it on the calculator. But it's interesting because the part B is unusual. So I've got mean in the middle of 503, that's the mean of the volume of water, and standard deviation 1.6. So I'll stick that in the calculator, greater than 505, work out this area, lower 505, upper 1,000,000, mean, standard deviation. The bit in between, lower and upper 501 and 505, not a problem, stick in the calculator. Now, and it says find W such that that is less than X. So X is in between W and 1006 minus W. And the probability of that is 0.9426. Well, if I know that 1006 minus W must be smaller than W because of the way around it is. So that means 1006 is less than 2W. So W is greater than 503. So the W is over here. But I could see that from the 0.9426 anyway, because the bit in between is greater than a half. So there must be either side of the mean. Then the 1006 minus W must be over here. Now, this distance is W minus 503. So from the mean up to W, that's how far it is. This distance is 503 minus 1006 minus W, which is also W minus 503. We've got plus W. And that's the same. So we've got a symmetrical sort of thing going on here. That is the same distance below the mean as what the W is above it. Which means I can work out what these two areas are, because I know the total area is 0.9426. Now, I think in the question, they were sort of suggesting how to do it with the first part. That 1006 is 505 plus 505. So this really is so this is this with W is 505. We've got 505 up here and 1006 minus 505. So, which means probably that X is less than W. Well, we've got the bit to the right of the mean, which is half of that 0.9426. And I also need the area to the left of the mean, which is all that area, which is just 0.5. I'll give you about 0.97. Now I can do the inverse normal to work out W with that area and 503 and 1.6. And part C, adjustments made. We don't know what the standard deviation is now, but we know these two probabilities. So less than R is 0.01, and greater than R plus 6 is 0.05. So that is 0.05, which means I can work out the Z values either on the calculator or from the table. So negative Z value over here, of course, because I'm below the mean. And over here, we've got a positive Z value. The calculator, you do the areas 0.95 because that's the area to the left. With the mean is 0 and standard deviation 1, of course, standard normal distribution. So I can write two equations. That R is the mean minus 2.3263 standard deviation, or 2.3263 times Q. The other one is the mean plus 1.6449 standard deviations. When I do the bottom one, take away the top one, I get 6 is 3.97 times Q. Do the division to get Q, and then I can stick the Q into the first equation and get the R. Subscribe and request a question. Any maths.